Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, hope you're well, hope you're good. Just making me a coffee and hopefully I should be joined by a couple of people, but if not, then that's absolutely fine. Feel free to catch up with this video as and when you are ready. So I'm just making me a coffee. It's a cold one this morning, guys. It's a really cold one. Another one. So today is Tuesday, the 16th of January. It is 11 o'clock. And what I want to do in this video is I'm going to make breakfast. I'm going to show you what I'm going to have for, I say breakfast, my first meal of the day. And I'm going to make that with you. And then we're going to get into a couple of topics. And I wanted to, I had a really good question. I can see I've got somebody with me, so good morning. Great to have you with me today. So we're going to make breakfast, and then I've got two topics I want to talk about. So I want to talk about diabetes and weight loss. I'm diabetic, type 2. And I want to talk about diabetes and losing weight, but also other health conditions and chronic health conditions and the weight loss journey. And then I had a really good question. Somebody asked me a good question yesterday on one of my videos about how do I manage my sweet tooth. And I'm going to talk a bit about that as well today. So yeah, a couple of things I want to talk with you about. And if you hear some noise behind me, it's my new cat. He came with the name of Felix, but I've renamed him Benji. So yeah, and then Bobby she's not happy. She's not happy. She's she's been on her own with me for 18 years. And now we've got Benji. He is sprightly, he's young, he's full of energy. She's not having none of it. So I'm going to get going, having my breakfast. It's just gone 11 o'clock. And I follow an intermittent fasting lifestyle. So I do tend to have my first meal usually around 11:30. But today I'm going to have it a little bit earlier because I wanted to do this live here with you, and I've also got a few things to do today. So yeah, making a bit of an earlier start. So I'm making me breakfast, and I'm going to make a muesli. I'm making a muesli. So I can see I've got a few more people with me. Good morning, great to have you with me. So I'm making a muesli today for my first meal of the day. Oh, hi Monica and Ziggy's Garden. Good morning. Great to have you with me today. So what I've done, I've just taken an apple, a red lady, pink lady, a red lady, a pink lady apple from my fruit bowl, and I've just chopped it in half. And even when it's it's just less than half, a little bit less than half. But even with that, it's quite a lot. And I'm like a little bird. I don't eat a lot. So how I ever gained 10 stone, honestly, it just goes to show that sometimes it's not what you eat. Sorry, it goes to show it's not how much you eat, it's what you're eating. Because you can have like just very tiny meals, but they're calorie laden, which is what I'm discovering, because I don't eat a lot. If you've ever seen, morning Jackie, hello my lovely, good morning. If you've ever seen any of my what I eat in a day videos, I get a lot of comments, people saying, God, you don't eat a lot, and I don't eat a lot now. I practice eating slowly, eating mindfully. So for me, it's not so much the quantity, it was what I was eating, the amount of calories in the food that made me gain 10 stone. Yeah. So back then I used to eat a lot of fried foods, a lot of creamy stuff, loads and loads of chocolates and sweets and crisps, all that biscuits, all that ultra processed foods, which are very, very high in calorie, but nutritionally poor. Good morning, Horatio. Oh, good morning. Oh, goodness me. There's just a war going on in my house. Good morning. And there's a war. So I've had this cat. So right, let's get back to the top. I'm feeling so much better. Thank you, everyone. So much better. So I am a type 2 diabetic, and yeah, I'm type 2 diabetic, and every now and again, you know, I just have a little bit of a crash, and I know exactly why. I know exactly why. And I was doing okay yesterday. My friend came over, and we had a drink. Had a few sweet things, and my sugar went through the roof, and I felt proper like woozy, and I just felt really out of control. Like I just needed to sleep, and everybody's different. But when my sugar levels are really high and out of control, the only way for me to get better is to just put my head down and go to sleep, and it almost just like lets my body reset. And I did that, and I woke up about 8 o'clock, and I felt so much better. But by then it was too late to go into work. So yeah, you know, I feel so much better. Thank you so much. Thank you. So there's a war going on. So I've had my cat Bobby for 18 years, and my sister was getting rid of her cat. Well, it's a kitten, young kitten. And it was my nephew's, to be honest, and he wasn't really looking after it. So they wanted to find him a new home. So they asked me, and I said, okay. He's absolutely gorgeous. I did bring him on screen yesterday. He's this orange cat. He's gorgeous. But my Bobby, she's not having any of it. I tell you, she ain't having none of it. And it's like a war. I mean, literally in a war zone. And I'm having to get in between the two of them and break up fights, and all the hissing, and the claws come out. And if I touch Benji, I've renamed him Benji, and give him a cuddle, Bobby gives me the evils. It's like, how dare you? How dare you? And yesterday he was sat with me on the sofa, and Bobby was sat in her bed giving us evils all the time, as if to say, how dare you sit with my mother. Honestly, it's terrible. It's really, really bad. So if you hear some noises, war's broken out, and you might see them coming in and out. So I'm making breakfast, guys. I'm making breakfast. And then I want to talk about managing diabetes with on the weight loss journey, but also I had a really, really good question on one of the videos yesterday, which is about how do I manage my sweet tooth, because if you know me, I love my toffees. So how do I manage my sweet tooth on the weight loss journey? And I'm sure you've heard it already, but I'm going to say it again. I've lost 100, I know, but you're going to have to start paying me to shut up about this, but I've lost 114 pounds on my weight loss journey. And I keep saying it because I'm super proud of myself, and I never ever thought I could lose half stone. Never thought I could lose a pound, let alone 8 stone, 14 and a half, 114. So never ever thought I could do that. So that's why I keep saying it. So please forgive me if yeah, you get a bit sick of me saying it, because I'm never ever going to stop saying it. Thank you. I'm never ever going to stop saying that I've lost 114 pounds. It's a lot of hard work. I've got a new way of life. It's working for me, and I'm gonna, and I hope that you find some encouragement from this. So what I'm doing, I'm making my breakfast. I've got half an apple. Well, it's not even half. It's about a quarter of an apple that I've chopped up really small. And I've got my oats. I've got 2 tablespoons of oats. Now, you will notice, if any of you are following the Weight Watchers plan, you might be thinking, she's not weighing anything. Oh, thank you, Horatio. Thank you, my lovely. You may be like, she's not weighing anything. And you're right. You're right. So I'm using my spoons. My scales is busted. I do need to order some new scales, but I'll tell you why. And I will just say, guys, that everything I share on my channel, this channel called Time Out with Angela, it is not professional advice. It is not medical advice. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. Everything you see is for entertainment purposes, okay? Entertainment purposes. So, watch it, take what you want from it. If you find some stuff helpful, follow it. But not everything I say is going to be helpful to you. And that's absolutely fine, because not everything that is said in the world is helpful for me. So I have to put my filters on and take what works for me. Okay, just want to put that out there. I've got a coffee. Oh, thank you. Pleased that you find it inspirational. So you will notice that I'm not weighing or measuring. I'm not weighing. Okay, and I'll tell you why. I'm following the Weight Watchers plan. Okay, I've got a tablespoon of seeds, and I'm gonna, that should be enough. A tablespoon of seeds, and I'll tell you why I don't weigh and measure. It's simple. It's simple. I don't want to live my life weighing and measuring every morsel. It's as simple as that. I just don't want to do it. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I have spent the best part of 5 years weighing, measuring, getting to know food, getting to know what foods work for me, what food supports my body. I've spent a lot of time doing that, and I'm confident in what I do and my portions. And I'm confident in the foods that work for me, okay? Now, that might not work for you. My oven's just come on. That might not work for you, and that's absolutely fine. Do what works for you. But for me, I just don't want to live my life being so regimented. So if you know, I ditched the scales back in, a while ago now. And when I say ditch the scales, what I mean is I weigh monthly. That works absolutely fine for me. Might not work for you, but it works for me. I don't track my meals. Oh, I just missed that last comment. I'll catch up with it later. I don't track my meals on the Weight Watchers app. That works for me, but I know exactly the portions that absolutely works for me. And I started an experiment in September gone, 2023, and I didn't track for a month, and I lost 5 pounds that month, and that was with a holiday. And since September to now, I've lost 14 pounds without tracking a morsel. Now, I'm not encouraging you to do that. What works for you works for you. Not tracking works for me. And I'm still, if ever 1 month I didn't lose weight, then I would absolutely go back to tracking and see, where I've gone wrong. But so far, it's worked for me. And I don't want to track, and I don't want to be weighing, because that's not how I want to live. That is not my future. It just isn't. I want to be able to look at food and use my knowledge and be confident about my portions and my food choices. I don't want to be going away on holiday and having to take my scales with me. You know, I don't want to have to take my measuring spoons with me when I go away for a weekend. I don't want to do that. That's not how I want to live. And I practice how I want to live. In the next 20 years, I'm not going to be weighing and measuring everything. So I'm building my confidence now. So that's why with something like this, you'll see I'm using my spoons. Some days, I will be honest, some days I don't even use my spoons, you know, and I don't use my scales. I use my scales if I'm doing like a recipe and I need X amount of grams of flour or butter or sugar, then I definitely use them. But if I'm, say, like cooking intuitively, then I don't. I make that judgment. And as I say, that might not work for you, but it works for me. So I'm just going to show you what I've got in my bowl. Okay, this is my muesli. So I've got some chopped up apple. So it's about half, roughly half. But when I cut it up, I can see that was a lot. So I've separated some out. I'll use that later. So I've got about a quarter of an apple. I've got 2 tablespoons of oats, rolled oats. I've got a tablespoon of mixed seeds. Okay. And in this seed is sunflower seed and pumpkin seed. And then I've got some chia seeds in here. I've put 2 teaspoons in there, and I've also got a teaspoon of golden flax seeds. And then I also put in just a little bit of mixed nuts, mainly almonds. Okay, now looking at this is a big portion for me. This is a big portion, and it's going to be too much. And I know that because I know how I eat. That is too much for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tip a little bit of this out. Oh, hi, Kaz. Hi, Kaz. Hello, my lovely. Great to have you with me. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take out a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit. So that is enough for me. And I've taken some out here. Okay, because I eat really slowly, that has really helped me on my weight loss journey, just eating really, really slow. And therefore, I've just been able to reduce my portions a lot. And sometimes people say, oh my goodness, you eat like a sparrow. You eat so little food, just a tiny amount. And I've learned that it's not so much about the quantity, but rather the quality. So I could munch through a big bag of crisps that has got no nutritional value in, and that could be 15, 20 points. Or this could be, I'd say this is about 5 points, but it's high quality food. You've got all the seeds, the nuts, the oats, the apples, you've got the nutrition in there. And if I eat that slowly, that is going to fill me. And I've consumed a small amount of points or calories. So that was something that I really learned. And then I'm going to add some chocolate. Just about a teaspoon, a teaspoon of chocolate. And this is just dark chocolate. And dark chocolate's really, really, really good for us and for all sorts of reasons. So this is my muesli that I'm having for my first meal of the day. And then I'm going to top it with my kefir. So this is a kefir strawberry fermented yogurt. So this kefir, if you want to know the points value of this is 2 points for the whole pot. And this contains It's really good for gut health. Really good for gut health. What was I going to say? Yeah, and it's got 25 grams of protein in it. Oh, Kaz, I'm glad that you like kefir. Really, really pleased. So I used to have and I still do, the Kvarg Lindhall protein yogurt. And I do enjoy those, but I'm now moving to kefir because of, you know, the benefits for gut health. So I still will buy the Kvarg, and I will have that maybe as a treat, but as a regular, something for a regular yogurt, it's now my kefir. So there we go, guys. Let me just drop this into the bin. There we go. Let's wipe my hands. Here we go. So this is my first meal of the day. And this is going to be, so as an estimate, I'd say if you are interested in the points value, this is about 7 points. So let's give it a taste. Yeah, they do taste similar, Jackie. You're right. They do taste very similar. This has got a more sour taste. A slight, and it's not like sour bad. It's just very slight. Very, very slightly sour. But it's still good. It's very, very good. But this is so tasty with all the goodness in this. Let's have another bite of the apple. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Really, really good. First meal of the day for me. So I'm going to take a seat. And I'm on my second bottle of water. It's 11:23, and I'm on my second bottle of water. So I do like to get me water down. And I'm also having my coffee as well. So, if you want to see vanilla essence, you could do, absolutely. You can, there's those flavor drops that you can buy off Amazon. You could add those as well if you want to, or even vanilla essence if you want to, anything like that to sweeten it. But to be fair, it's not even, it's not an unpleasant taste. Let's put it that way. It's not unpleasant. It is just, you know, if you, like me, you like to savor the taste, you will just notice that tiny little hint of sourness when you finished eating it. But if you like scooping it in, you won't even notice it, you know. So yeah, but you can do all sorts of things. But having the apple and all of these other things in there, you know, it just, the apple's going to just give it that little bit of sweetness. So so that's my breakfast. Feel free when we've finished and when I finish the live to go back and watch it from the top, guys. If you come in like whilst I was doing it, just go back and watch it from the top. So I'm going to talk about diabetes and the weight loss journey, and I'm also going to talk about I had a great question about managing my sweet tooth, and I just thought that these were two really, really good topics that sit really, really well together. So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts with you on that. And I will also just a quick little bit of a reminder, guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, then please feel free to subscribe, and feel free to hit the notification bell. I've decided that I really like doing lives because I get to interact with you. And also, my end, there's no editing to do. I just need to create a thumbnail and upload it, and it's job done. So, you know, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So I'm going to do more lives in future, a lot more lives. And I thought the other day, I can take you around when I'm going out for the day, if I'm going to do my shop. you know, if I'm in the garden, I can just do it as live, you know, you could be with me all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but you know, we could be more interactive. So so when I go live, sometimes I might just, like yesterday, just spur of the moment, decide to go live. Then if you've got your notification bell on, you will get notified that either I've uploaded a video or that I've gone live. So do pop your notification bells on, guys. And also, I'm trying to grow this community. I really want to grow it because I've got some exciting plans coming. Shh. Got some exciting plans. Ah, I love that. Yeah. You love YouTube. I know I love YouTube. I love YouTube too. So I've got some exciting plans coming, and I want you to be the first to know about them. So yeah, do make sure you've got you subscribed and your notification bell on, and also feel free to share this video. And the one way that you can help me, guys. Oh yeah, exciting! It is. I can't say too much until at least March. But yeah, exciting. I'm busy like a beaver, working away in the background, and that's why doing lives works better for me, because it means I've got more time to actually work on these exciting plans. Because when you create a video, I've got to upload it into a video editor, I've got to take time to edit it. It's a lot. So doing live works really well. But I want to grow, guys. I want to grow, and I'm on a journey to 2,000 subscribers. So if you know anybody on the weight loss journey, anybody in your weight loss communities, it doesn't have to be Weight Watchers, anybody in the weight loss community who wants some support, some information, and yeah, you know, from someone who is experienced in the weight loss journey, then feel free to share my channel with them. But the other way that you could help me, because I'm on this journey to getting 4,000 watch hours. When I hit 4,000 watch hours, then I could really launch these exciting plans in full. And I'm going to be launching it right here on YouTube. But until I hit those 4,000 hours, I can't. And it's not about me, it's YouTube, the platform. The platform says that when you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, then you can access the next level, some privileges on YouTube. So I've already hit 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing and being here. Thank you. I really appreciate you. But the next milestone, and it is a massive milestone, is to hit 4,000 hours. And it's a massive mountain. And at one point, I felt a bit defeated. I felt like, I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to hit that 4,000 hours. Because if I don't hit it in the year, it means that I'm going to have to do another year to hit 4,000 hours. At the moment, I'm at 1,800 hours. So we have grown a lot, but I need to grow more. And I've only got 5 months to do it. Yeah, 5 months to do it left. Because it's hard. It's hard. Getting watch time is hard. So that's why I ask you guys, what things do you want me to talk about? What are the topics that's going to be helpful for you on your journey? And when I do this, it means you're more likely to watch. So that's why I do my cooking. I do cooking and some healthy recipes. I do my shopping, you know, share with you what I buy in terms of food and household goods. I do my clothes try-ons as well. So I need to do a bit more of that when I get some money in the new year, when I get paid. And then I do the weight loss talk, you know, talk about the weight loss journey. So all of these things attract different audiences, and it's really helping me build my watch time. And now I'm looking to do, now that I'm going to do YouTube lives, I can do a vlog at least every day. If not, on days like yesterday, I did 2. So at least daily, I can do a YouTube live. And all of that builds my watch hours. And then when I hit that 4,000 hours, so I've still got just over 2,200 hours to build in the next 5 months. And I'm not going to be defeated. I'm not. So I really, really appreciate your support. So what I would ask is when you finish watching one of my videos or one of my lives, please jump and watch another of my videos. And also, if you could let it run right to the end, even if you're listening in the background, if you let it run right to the end, that also helps build my watch hours. So watch as many videos as you can and also let it run right to the end, and that really helps to build my watch hours. And then also please feel free to share my videos too, and also comment, leave a comment as well, and leave a like, even if it's just I'm subscribed, Angela, or thanks for the video, anything like that. It just helps the algorithm to put my videos out to more people, and it just helps the channel grow. Yeah, it's a bit of a minefield. It's such a minefield. It really, really is. So guys, so that being said, my plea is over. So we're going to talk about diabetes and the weight loss journey, and also my sweet tooth, because I had a really, really good question about how do I manage my sweet tooth. Excuse me. So I'm going to tackle the sweet tooth first, because that is really, I think that fits into the whole topic of diabetes. So I'm type 2 diabetic, and I manage my diabetes. Well, it's interesting because there are times that I need medication, and my medication is metformin, and that's the key one. I was on I'm on dapagliflozin as well, and dapagliflozin helps the kidneys to flush out any excess sugar that's around, because they realised that my kidneys weren't flushing out as well as they should. So I'm on metformin and dapagliflozin, and then I was on pioglitazone, but doctor's taken me off that now. And then he monitored me for 3 months and said I'm doing okay without the dapagliflozin, without the pioglitazone. And I've just had my blood tests done, and last week doctor came back and said that I was at the lower end of the range. So he was really, really pleased with me, and really well controlled, but he still wants to keep me on it. The reason being is, I suppose for other people they would take them off, but with me, because I have lupus and I've got the arthritis and other things are going on in my body, then I do run the risk of my blood sugars increasing. Especially, I'm not very active at the moment because of my health, so I'm not very active. So he's keeping me on those medication rather than taking me off, because the risk is if you come off them, it goes up, and all, etc., etc. So that leans really nicely into the topic of the sweet tooth, because I'm proper sugar addict. Some people are addicted to alcohol and smoking. Sugar. And over the years, I've really had to learn to curb my sweet tooth. And if you were with me at the top of the video, I said that I eat, as you see, I don't eat a lot of food. Yeah. Oh, Kaz, you too. Yeah. I think a lot of us are, and that's why we're in this position, because I don't eat a huge amount of food. My calories were being consumed by sugar, the biscuits, the chocolates, the sweets, the toffees. That was what was taking my calories. But when I looked at quality food, I eat like a sparrow. And people would say, I don't understand how you gained 10 stone. I know how I gained 10 stone. It wasn't because of the food. It was because of all the things I was eating in between my food. Yeah, same with you, Horatio. Yeah. So, you know, it took for me to be really honest. Really honest. And at the start of my journey at Weight Watchers, you know, I did have to track those. And, you know, I've spoken about tracking before. Tracking from day one has always been my nemesis. I've really struggled with tracking. But what I'd say is the benefits of tracking is it helped me to identify where my points were going. And Weight Watchers, oh gosh, about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a topic, it really stood out to me. And he said, it's not just about tracking your meals, track your snacks as well. But don't track your snacks on the end of your meals. Put your snacks in the snack section, okay? And that separated out my snacks, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. And I realised when I started tracking my snacks in the snack section, I realised that I could spend 16, 17 points a day just on snacks. And those were the ones I was tracking. And I realised actually that's where I really was struggling with losing weight and also keeping the weight off. Had to be really honest. And I really tried, and I did all those things like, right, I'm not going to buy them. I'm not going to buy them because you know what? We all know if those sweet things are in the house, they're going to get eaten. Tried doing all of that, but then I would still get the urge and the craving, and I've been known to jump in the car in my pajamas and my slippers and to go down the local Tesco's and buy chocolate. And when I've bought them, it's not staying at one. I'm just like spending £7, £8, £9 just on sweets and biscuits and crisps and coming home and having a feast. And I realised, you know, back in the day, there's a problem. It's a problem. This is a problem for me. And because I'm type 2 diabetic, it was really affecting my blood glucose stability. And so I was putting into practice all those techniques that Weight Watchers was teaching us, which were really helpful. But for me, it wasn't enough. Yeah, Cash, you're the same. Yeah, it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough to say, don't buy them. It wasn't enough because I live like, you know, it's a 15-minute walk down to the Tesco's or 2 minutes in the car. It's still accessible. Those treats and snacks were still accessible. But my body was almost screaming for it. It was screaming for it. So I started to do some research. And I started to think about why I'm craving sugar. Why am I craving these things? And do you know what? It was really interesting because when I started researching it, I realised that it's learnt behaviour, right? One, it's learnt behaviour, but two, and I do this with my grandchildren, and I'm really going to make an effort to stop. But right from childhood, we give children sweets. I was at my grandson's house the other day, and I left, went shopping, and then came back to drop something off. And as soon as he saw me, he was asking me for sweeties. And I said, oh, Nanny's got no sweeties, because wasn't thinking about getting sweets for him. And he was really upset. He was really upset. Yeah, so, oh, Jackie, you're pre-diabetic, or yeah, you're pre-diabetic. Sometimes the messages go off the screen quickly, so I don't always get to read it all. You're normal now. Love that. Well done. Well done. And it takes hard work to get those levels back into the normal range. So I realised that as a community, as a society, we start off children with a sugar habit from an early age. And my grandson's 2.5. Yeah, thanks, Jackie. My grandson's 2.5, and already he's addicted to sugar. And I was thinking about this the other day. We would never ever get children addicted to cigarettes or to alcohol or to gambling or to any other vice at the age of 1. Never. It's unthinkable. But yet we get children addicted to sugar as soon as they're out of the womb, practically. You know, my grandson is 2.5, and he's addicted to sugar. And I was thinking about this, and I thought, I'm addicted to sugar, but my addiction started again from childhood. Going to school, some of my best memories going to school with my sisters was nipping into the corner shop and buying those penny chews. Anybody remember those penny chews? The blackjacks and the fruit salads, and the sherbet dips, the dib dabs. We're addicted to sugar, and it starts from an early age. And then, I'd come home with me 10p and nip into the shop, buy me sweeties, eat them before I get home. Got home, there was biscuits and cakes and jams and sugar-laden foods. We grew up on sugar. I grew up on sugar. And over the years, that's just become part of our diet. You look anywhere in society and sugar is everywhere. Absolutely everything. Oh, yeah. Kaz, yours, it started in childhood. You was given sweets to keep you quiet. Exactly. We do. When kids are crying, it's like, oh, I have a sweet. We pacify them with sweeties. We do that. The advertising, the marketing, it's all geared around sugar. It's all about sugar. So that's where we develop our sweet tooth, or many of us develop our sweet tooth from. And, Nestle's did a really interesting study. I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but there are communities, unspoiled communities in South America. Okay, tribal, unspoiled, untouched by modern conveniences in the modern world. Yeah, and they've lived like this for years and years and years. And right, changing your eating habits, yeah, and getting exercise, yeah, absolutely, Monica. So what happened was, and this is a real study, and you can research this for yourself. What happened was Nestle, the food company, decided we want money, we want profit. And there's communities near the Amazon, they're untouched. We're going to float a barge up the Amazon with chocolates, sweets, crisps, all of the sugar. Basically, it was a sugar float. And the people, the children, the teenagers, the young people, the families started buying these products. And do you know what? And as I say, this is a real study. Definitely check it out. Within 5 years, the community became sick. They suffered with diabetes, high blood pressure, cancers. 5 years. That's all it took. 5 years. From a community that was unspoilt, they ate organic grown foods that they would grow, very little food from the outside, to now Nestle floating a sugar barge and giving the children and the community sweets and all of this sugar-laden stuff, and they became sick. It's the same in Australia, I was watching a study, reading there's programs, I should say, about this with the Aborigine communities in Australia. And again, same thing. They started flooding these communities with this sugar. Yeah, I'm going to try and link it. Started flooding these communities with fast foods, McDonald's, Burger King, and then all of the sugar, they became sick. And you look at the Aborigine community in Australia, and you'll see that in America they're one of the sickest communities, because these companies are clever. They're evil, they're wicked, but they're very clever. And what they do, they put fast food restaurants in the poorest areas. The poorest areas. Yeah, Jackie, definitely have a look at that. They put them, if you go into a poor area, you will find nothing but fast food restaurants, fast food chains. But you go to a wealthy area, you go to somewhere like Kensington, Chelsea, in London, you're not going to see them as often. You may still see them, but they're not on every street corner. But you go into a poor area, they're everywhere. Because it's access to cheap food. And cheap food is poor quality food. Cheap food is poor quality. So, I'm definitely going to link those. It's the Aborigine community, and also the communities in the Amazon with Nestle. Yeah. I will find it and I will post it for you. So what I realized was what was contributing to my sugar craving was poor quality food. And by poor quality, I mean high sugar foods. And you know what? I'm not making any judgments whatsoever, because, we do what we have to do. Yeah, we do what we have to do. So go with the foods that absolutely work for you. Guys, please excuse me whilst I have another bite of my breakfast or my first meal. This is so good. It's really nice. It's got a lot of crunch and a lot of texture. And lots of flavours coming through. Hi, Angela. Hello, my lovely. So that's what I realised, was that my sugar craving started from childhood. So if you have a sugar craving, maybe you're the same. Maybe it started from childhood. So I realised I needed to deal with this sugar craving for my own health. Moving forward. Yeah, I've changed my eating style. I've got more fillings in my mouth than anything else. And it's really embarrassing when I go to the doctors. I've either got teeth missing or every tooth, like my molars at the back, have got a filling in. And that is my sugar addiction. That's how bad it was. And then it also, because of my weight gain. So how did I deal with this? Because that was the question that somebody asked me. How do I manage my oh, Kaz using yeah, I'm telling you, and that's why I love, having these conversations, because we find identity with each other, don't we? We realise actually we're not alone. We're all so similar. And so I did my research as to why we all crave sugar. And there's marketing. It's been fed sugar from a young age. Companies put sugar in things to make it taste good, to make it taste nice, and let's be honest, we all want to eat things that taste nice. You know, nobody want to eat something that tastes bad. So, you know, I can understand why they put that in. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying what I had to learn to do is limit those, really limit them. So, and that then linked to my diabetes, because it was hard then for me to manage my diabetes when I was consuming so much sugar. And also, I wasn't particularly very active. I'm very active in the summer, in the spring and the summer when the weather's good. But now that the weather's cold and it's bad and it's damp, ain't happening. So my diabetes is harder to control in the winter months than it is in the summer, because in the summer I'm up, I'm out, I'm in the gym, I'm walking, you know, I'm burning off all of that excess fuel. It's harder in the winter. So I thought, in the absence of that, how can I manage my sweet tooth? How can I manage that? Because, as I said, the Weight Watchers technique was brilliant, but it only went so far. Because, you know, the technique was about, you know, look at what you're putting on your shopping list. So if I wasn't buying them when I did my main shop, I would be nipping down to the Tesco's when my body was screaming out for it. So what I started to do was realise I need to regulate my blood sugars. I really need to do that. So I needed to do that by making sure that I eat high quality foods. So foods high in protein, and I know we're talking about protein in our workshops, or you know, Weight Watchers is talking about protein in the workshops this week. So getting the protein in, but protein is not the full story. It's not just about protein. Protein is brilliant for those amino acids, for helping to repair the body, and it is great for helping us feel fuller for longer. But it's not just protein. We need fiber. We need fiber as well. And it was interesting that, and I know a lot of you listen to the Zoe podcasts. And I love the Zoe podcasts. They've really helped me with my knowledge and my understanding. And what's his name? Stephen Spector? Can't remember his first name. But anyway, the doctor on there, he did a podcast recently, and he said, we've got so much awareness in this country now about eating protein. Protein's not the problem anymore. Everybody knows we need to eat protein. Protein's no longer the problem. The problem is fiber. He said we're not eating enough fiber because we're so focused on protein. He said we need both. We need both because, as I said, protein, it keeps us fuller for longer. It's got full of amino acids, which help build and repair the body. It's good for all of that. But fiber is what keeps your gut healthy. You remember back in the day, my mother used to say, eat your apples, eat your greens, eat your cabbage. It's full of roughage. Yeah, it's full of roughage. It's going to help to clean you out, help you keep regular, get you to the loo. Yeah, we need that fiber. We need fiber, that roughage. So, you know, we need the both. We need fiber and we need protein as well. So I realised that to curb my sweet tooth, I need both. I needed to get both into my meals on a daily basis. And that's why things like your apples or dried fruit is brilliant for that roughage. Things like your chia seeds, these tiny little things, they have got so much fiber. It's hard to believe when you look at these tiny little seeds. These are packed full of fiber. Packed. Hence why I've got it in my meal today. Even these, your golden flax seeds, things like these, your pumpkin seeds, all fiber. Fiber. And then, of course, things like your oats, again, full of fiber. Yeah, so cashew had porridge, brilliant. brilliant. Porridge is packed with fibre. And then your fruits and your veggies, packed with fibre. And we need that. And what I discovered was that when I started building my meals with the fibre and the protein like this, it still tastes really good. It is delicious. And excuse me whilst I have a bite. Honestly, this is so nice. This is my muesli. And when you have things that are high in fibre and high in protein, what happens is I started to notice, I started to feel more satisfied, much more satisfied, and not hungry. I also, as I told you, drink plenty of water. I'm on my second bottle of water already, and that's nearly finished. And just moving more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next time you nip to the supermarket, get in your chia seeds and just sprinkle them over your yogurts, your overnight oats, if you're doing your baked oats, if you're making biscuits and cookies, things like that, anything like that, just get your chia seeds in. You could even make a chia pudding and stir a tablespoon into some yogurt or some milk, and the chia seeds will swell. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, 15 grams is a point. Yeah. Get them in. They are so good, because when they swell, that's where you're going to get that roughage, the fibre. Amazing little things these are. Amazing. So when I started having that, drinking the water, plenty of water. If you're having lots of roughage, if you're having lots of fibre, you need water. You need to drink plenty of water if you're having your fibre. It just helps to get everything working properly. And I'm going to just put that disclaimer out there, guys. I'm not a professional. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a dietist. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm sharing this from my experience, my research. I am doing a course around nutrition, but I'm not qualified yet. So therefore, this is for nutritional entertainment purposes. Yeah, right. Yeah. And you know, if my grandson at the moment is struggling with constipation, chia seeds, roughage, drinking tons of water, all of that really helps makes that difference. Things like prunes, dates, things like that natural roughage, you know, really makes the difference. So when I started doing that, I started to realize, actually, it's what works for me, and it might not work for you, because I'm not I can't tell you what to do. One, because you won't listen, which is very good, but secondly, I'm not here to give you professional or medical advice. You know, I'm just sharing what works for me. Yeah. So when I started to build my meals around protein, around high fibre, and if, like me, you're following the Weight Watchers plan, I build my meals from the zero list. And that might not work for you, but that's what I do, build my meals from the zero pointed list. And I'm going to come back to that in just a second. But also drinking loads of water, and moving, you know, and I'm not able to get out for a walk, but moving in the house just helps to keep everything regular. And when I started doing that, I realised, actually, my sweet tooth isn't nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And of course, I follow a fasting lifestyle as well. So that now means that I start eating typically at 11:30, and I finish eating around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the maximum. But because I've packed my day out, like today, with the fibre, there's a little bit of protein in here, but this is more about fibre. This is a fibre-based meal. And my next meal will have some protein. I'm going to have some chicken. The other day I did a roast chicken dinner, and I had some chicken breast left over, and I put it in the soup maker with a stock cube and a few extra veggies, and made, oh my days, oh my goodness, such a delicious soup. So I'm having that today. So when I started doing that, I'm much more satisfied, and my cravings, they've not gone completely, because the habit of still having those sweet things is still there, but my cravings for sweet things have gone from 100 to, I'd say, probably about 10. And I still like a sweet treat. I still love my toffees. I still like a bit of chocolate. I had some this morning on me. Had a little bit this morning on me in me muesli. I still like a little bit. So I'm not saying I've ruled it out completely. I still have some, and I do allow myself to have some, yeah, but I don't have the craving for it as strongly as I used to. And I'm going to come on to another topic that I just wanted to share with you about that, but I also just want to quickly go back to the weekly topic that Weight Watchers is covering. And do you know what? Weight Watchers, I love Weight Watchers, absolutely love them. They've helped me to lose 114 pounds. Did I mention that? Did I mention that I've lost 114 pounds? Can't remember if I mentioned that. Sorry, guys. I'll never stop shouting about it because I'm really proud of myself. And this is my new top. Let me stand up and show you. This is a brand new top. I bought 2 brand new tops in Asda. This is my sports top. I just live in sports gear. You know, I've got my joggers on, and my sports top. I just live in sports top. I mean, gosh, look at that. I never ever thought. You know, sometimes I look at myself and I just can't believe it's me. And my friend, I met a friend on Friday, and she said, oh my God, she says, you're petite. I've never been called petite in my life. In my life. Yeah. I love things like this. Yeah, just keeps my hands a bit warm. Never been called petite in my life. So I was like, I'll accept that. I'll accept that. And then on Saturday, I met my other friend, and I haven't seen this friend for about 2 years. And I mean, we talk, but we don't always get a chance to meet up. And now that we're both grandmothers, we were like, isn't it weird? You know, we knew each other when we were like young and free, and we were like hanging out in nightclubs and stuff. And then we became mothers around the same time. And I've got one son, she's got one son. We became mothers at the same time, and we were still clubbing as mothers, you know. And now we're both grandmothers, and we're just like, it blows my mind. So anyway, went into Tesco's, Asda, and I bought this top. And this is an XL. This is a Tesco's XL, Asda XL, which is about a 12 to 14 in Asda. I was still going straight to the back of the rack looking for the double XL, 3XL, yeah? And I was lifting it, I was like, sorry, my cats are fighting again. And I was like, damn, Charlotte, don't be silly. Those aren't going to fit you. So I picked up this size, which is the XL, which is about a 12. So, and I bought another top, which is a 12 in Asda as well. And it's still big around the bust. It fits on the hips, but it's big on the bust. So I think I'm going to take it back and get a 10. And it's hard for me to even get myself to that. Yeah, we are hardcore partiers. I tell you, I love it. We haven't done it for ages, so we said in the spring we're going to start going out again. So yeah, a 10, 12, obviously depending on the cut and the style and the fabric, but this is an XL from Asda, and the other top is a 12, which I've got to take back and get a 10. But I just never ever thought, you know, I could Yeah, just never, ever, ever thought it. But yeah, this is my new top, my new sports top. I don't have many, like, all my everyday clothes, they're just too big. They're just too big. So I just literally live in sports gear. It's 12:05, guys. I'm going to wrap this up because we've been going just for over an hour. But thank you so much for being with me. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, yeah. So, what I was going to say, so Weight Watchers, I love them. But they're very subtle. They're very subtle. And they changed their policy and they changed their view very subtly. And when we were on the Smart Points plan, I've still got my booklet. I've still got my Smart Points booklet. And Weight Watchers used to say, build your meals. Oh, thank you, Monica. Weight Watchers used to say, build your meals from your 0-pointed list. Start with your 0-pointed food list and build your meals that way. Okay, and that's what, you know, I was taught. That was their philosophy. That was what they promoted. That is still what I do. That's still what I share. But they've very subtly changed that. Have you noticed, guys? They've changed that. Because this week in their workshops, they're saying, build your meals now with your protein, and they're saying between 85 to 100 grams of protein, then your fruits and veg, and then your carbs and your flavor boosters. They're no longer saying build it from the 0-pointed list. I find that really interesting. I'm a thinker, guys. I'm a thinker. And I don't take things for face value. Why, for years, have they told us to build from the 0-pointed food list? But now they're not even mentioning the 0-pointed food list. They're just saying, start with protein, your fruits and veg. And those are obviously 0-pointed foods, but why are they not saying that? Interesting. Yeah, I've not worked that one out yet, but interesting. So let me just get back to this and wrap this up. So about the sweet tooth. So what I realized, yeah, it's a very good question. What I realized is that I could possibly be deficient. I could have a deficiency, a mineral deficiency, as to why I was craving. Yeah, I'm a thinker. I never take anything for face value. I always question it. And the reason I question it is because I need to find what works for me. And I don't want somebody to tell me. I don't want a corporation. I don't want a business to tell me what's right for me. And you get that a lot with, you know, so many things, especially around health and weight loss and wellness. You've got this great big faceless corporation telling you you need to do X, Y, and Z. And that puts money in their pockets. And that's not a bad thing, because the world runs off business. But I question everything to see whether what that faceless corporation is telling me is right for me and my body. And a lot of things are, and I appreciate that, but some things are not. And I think I'm not doing that. I'm not believing that. I'm not following that. That doesn't work for me. So that's why I question things. Yeah. So anyway, I realized that it could be because of deficiency. Yes, I've been fed all of these sugars all my life. They've become a habit. Yeah, I'm liking that, Jackie. Liking that you're learning a bit more about you. yeah, we've been fed this, it's been pushed to us by manufacturers, and parents are being persuaded to give us sugar, then we've been given sugar and we're eating sugar. And sugar's not just about sweets, it's not just about biscuits. Sugars are found in refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates. I've got to do another topic another day, guys, because carbohydrates, there's two types of carbohydrates. You've got your simple carbs and your complex carbs. So when people say I'm cutting out carbs, what they really often mean is they're reducing or cutting out simple carbs, the biscuits, the sweets, the fizzy pops. Those are simple carbs, and those are, for me, I'm reducing that to the maximum, because that is where a lot of ultra processed foods are stemming from. But complex carbs, we need complex carbs. We need complex. That's okay, Cass. Thanks for being with me, my lovely. Thank you so much. Brilliant, brilliant, Sandra. I'm wrapping up in 5 minutes, guys. I need to wrap this up as well, because I've got to go out. We need complex carbs, and the complex carbs come from things like your oats. It comes from things like your green veggies, your leafy green veggies. It comes from that whole food, your whole wheat, your whole foods. That's complex carbs. We need those. We don't need simple carbs. We don't need them. The body doesn't need them. The body wants them. The body likes them. The body enjoys them. And marketing companies and manufacturing companies are trying to convince us that we need simple carbs. We don't need simple carbs. We need complex carbs. So yeah, there is a difference. There is a difference. So I'll do a topic about that next time. But I realised, actually, I might be deficient. I might be deficient in magnesium, tryptophan, and chromium. So when my body starts craving, going uncontrollably crazy for sugar, for those chocolates, those sweets, the biscuits, and I can't get enough of it, I start thinking to myself, maybe I'm deficient. Maybe I've got a deficiency going on here. And I say, no medical advice intended. So at that stage, I just bulk up my meals, make sure every day I'm having things like the whole foods, the eggs, the chicken, those legumes, the pulses, the beans, the grains, the chia seeds, switching to dark chocolate rather than milk chocolate, having the berries, having the fruits, things like broccoli. All of these things are magnesium rich, and can just help with that balance. But also you can take supplements as well. So going back to the original question was, how do I manage my sweet tooth? The short and simple answer is to make sure I'm having a whole food diet that is magnesium rich, chromium rich, tryptophan rich, filled, and that might not mean anything to you, I realise, but just making sure I'm having a varied diet of whole foods: broccoli, chicken, eggs, salmon, chia seeds, dark chocolate, although dark chocolate isn't necessary. Yeah, I like that, Jackie, swapping the chocolate for nuts, almond nuts, cashew nuts, brilliant, walnuts, absolutely fantastic. And also getting that high fiber and protein in. So again, leaning towards whole foods. And it takes time. It's taken time for me, for my body to get what it needs. And when I do that, if I am still wanting sweet treats, I know that that's in my head. I know that that is the habit, not my body wanting it, because my body's got everything that it needs. It's the habit. So yeah, that's how I deal with this, and that is how has helped to manage my diabetes as well. And as I say, at the moment, just had my bloods done. My sugar is good. It's at the lower range for a diabetic, so I'm really, really pleased with that. So guys, there you go. It's 12:15. I'm still eating my first meal of the day, which is me muesli. I've just made this, I say just about an hour ago. If you missed the top of this, feel free to go back and watch what I did, what's in here, and the reasons why I've made this today. Guys, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go, but thank you so much. If you've been with me for the best part of the hour, the hour and 15 minutes, thank you so much. If you've been in with me for the last 5 minutes, thank you. I really appreciate you. As I mentioned, I've got lots of exciting things coming up for this channel. Very exciting. And I want to get going in March. So, please feel free to share, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. And also, share this video. And the way that you can really support me, guys, is to watch another video, watch another live, watch another video, watch a video you haven't watched before, and give the video the thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment and a like as well. So loads and loads of exciting things I've got coming in 2024 for my life, for this channel. I'm going to be doing some amazing things. We're going on a spa day, guys. Oh, we're going on a spa day. I'm building a community. Where we're going to do exciting things together. Where we're going to have real community. And last year we did lots of things. We had lots of meals out. People came from across the country. We would meet in Birmingham. We would meet in Birmingham or London. We even met up in Liverpool. We've had some wonderful days, and I want to build on that. And next month we're doing a spa day. If you're interested, you know how to find me. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if you want to message me in my Facebook group if you want to do the spa day. I'm looking at doing some major things as well, like planning a cruise for us, for my community. Lots of meals out, lots of days out, theatre trips. We were at the theatre a couple of weeks ago, and it's lovely because we get to know each other in the community, and we support each other in the community. So if you want to be part of that, then join my Facebook group. It's Time Out with Angela in brackets group, and send me a message on Messenger. Yeah, and I'll let you know what's coming up. So lots of exciting things to do. I'm really hungry now, so I need to eat my muesli. But I'll be back tomorrow for another live, guys. I will be back. So I'll let you know when I'll be back on what time I'll be back on what topic we're going to cover. So jump in my Facebook group if you want to join me. But if you've got your notifications on, you'll get notified that I'm live anyway. Anyway, guys, whatever you are doing today, have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. I'm off to the pet shop. You can see my fish tank just here. I've got this fish tank here. This is my nursery. I've got about 20 fish in there, babies and shrimp as well. And I've got another big fish tank in the main living room. So I need to go and get some more shrimp for that big tank. And I need to get some things for my new cat as well. And then I'm off to Home Bargains. I need to get some body oil. You know me, I love that oil in Home Bargains, so I'm off there as well. And then, I'm going to have a relaxing afternoon. So that is for me. So whatever you are doing today, have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. And remember, you're worth it. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.